The last thing that I want to do to finalize our recast framework is to test the workflow with full statistics and make sure we can actually reproduce the plot and chi-squared and p-values that are included in the README for the sample signal file with full statistics. So to do that, I'm actually going to update the maximum number of events in this steps.yaml file to a user provided variable. So we'll call it max events. And then we'll also have to update the workflow.yaml file to read that in. And the recast as well. And I'll set that to -1 for this full statistics test. And for the unit test, we can set it to, say, 100. Okay, so let's try that out locally. Okay, so that was successful. And again, I'm just going to copy the outputs onto my local machine so we can take a quick look at them. Okay, yeah, so that is looking more like what we had in the README, and the chi-squared, if we look back at the README, is also matching as well as the p-value. So that's good, and we can go back and actually, when I push this update, or before I push it, I'm going to put it back to 100 for testing on GitLab CI so that we don't potentially overload the GitLab runners with CPU or memory intensive jobs. Okay, so because, oops. Right. I forgot to pull the updates to the GitLab CI first. Right, so because our toy analysis uses very little or very small input files, we can get away with running with full statistics pretty easily. But for an actual analysis, we might not have enough CPU or RAM on our local machine, or the GitLab runners might not have enough to actually run our full analysis workflow with full statistics. So that's why we might be motivated to try running our workflow using a dedicated platform for running containerized workflows called REANA. So that's going to be the subject of the next video, is transitioning our workflow so that it can be run on this REANA platform.